A long time ago, the white people came to the lands of the cow pastures. Here, they met the Darawal people, who welcomed them into their community by performing their native dance. The Darawal were a kind people who inhabited the lands of the south coast from Shoalhaven to Camden. Appin was their birthplace, where spirit women's daughters found shelter from fires that swept the land. This was their sacred site, a meeting place for all people of the Darawal clan. The Europeans did not care for the spiritual beliefs of the Darawal people, clearing the lands that belonged to them, changing their hunting patterns and their way of life. But the Darawal remained peaceful. Many became friends with the new white settlers, such as Charles Throsby and Hamilton Hume. The Aboriginal Dual even aided an expedition with Hume down to the south coast in 1814. Not all the settlers were kind to the Darawal though. In the same year as Hume's journey, a Darawal mother and her children were killed in Appin. Governor Macquarie did not approve of this. He gave orders to punish any person cruel to the Aboriginal people. Things would soon change. After the killing of the mother and her children, local troops opened fire on 2 farms in Appin. A young Aboriginal boy died in the attack. This angered the Darawal people on the farm. They tried to retaliate against the boy's death, but were punished. The white people became angrier towards the Darawal people, attacking them more and more. Some settlers still helped the Aboriginal people though, hiding them in their homes when the attacks occurred. Over 2 years, the violence escalated. In March of 1816, a neighbouring Aboriginal clan, the Gundungurra, came down from their homes in the hills of Mount Razorback in Picton in search of food. They ambushed a group of white settlers and killed some of them. The farmers of the land launched an attack against them, driving them back into the hills. The white people decided that the Darawal could not be trusted then. Governor Macquarie made a list of dangerous Aboriginals. He wanted his white soldiers to find these men, punish them, and clear these lands of them entirely. He said that if the Darawal people did not obey, they were to be shot or hanged. Their bodies left where they fell, so that other Darawal people could see what had happened to them. The white settlers wanted to send a message to the Aboriginal people of these lands. Captain Wallace was the man ordered to search the lands from Liverpool to Aird's and then to Appin. He was led by the white man, John Warby, and 2 Aboriginal guides, Budbury and Bundle. The 3 men were unwilling to help Captain Wallace, as it was known that many of the men being searched for were not hostile, but friendly and known to the Europeans in the area. On one night of the search, Warby let the 2 Aboriginal guides go with a wink and a nod, which displeased Captain Wallace. Not long after this, Warby also disappeared from the camp. He returned the following day to his unit, but it is thought that during his escape, he had warned some of the Darawal people about the attack. Other white people also tried to help the Aboriginals. Some gave false sightings of their groups, leading Wallace and his men on wild goose chases. Others vouched for the Darawal men who were rounded up, such as settlers like Hume and Kennedy, who cleared the names of Yalaman and Batagali. Not all people wanted to help though. On the night of the 16th of April, a message was sent to Wallace from a farm in Appin, saying that a group of Darawal people was camped near the cliffs of Broughton Pass. Wallace and his men made haste through the dark night, searching for the group. They found a campsite, but the fires were deserted. The group had been warned. Then, one of Wallace's men heard a whimper, a child's whimper. They moved in to investigate. They charged rank and file through the underbrush, scaring the hiding Aboriginal people. Trying to escape from the shooting and the dogs that had been set loose, many Darawal people fled through the dark night in whatever direction they could. Not seeing where they were going, they fell over the rocky cliffs of the mountain pass. Those who fled in other directions were shot by the British troops. They counted 14 bodies that had been shot, including a woman and child. They did not search for the bodies of the people who had gone over the cliffs. Their souls remain at the bottom of the pass. Another 5 men were taken prisoner, given the death sentence, apart from Dewar, who was banished from the land. When Wallace and his men returned to Sydney with the prisoners and bodies, many local white farmers and settlers continued to hunt the Darawal that had escaped, killing many more people. The Darawal people were broken on the 17th of April. Their people were thought to number less than 5 after the attack ordered by Macquarie. However, their spirit lives on in their stories and their ancestors, and their souls are at one with the land around us.